Hi, I'm Girish Menon, and this is my entry into the Fujifilm Vlogging competition of November 2021. It's a vlog about my visit to the Hollongapar Gibbon Sanctuary, which is in the state of Assam in the northeast of India, and it's the only region where we find apes in India. I was assigned a guide and a gunman. Are gibbons so dangerous that we need guns? The gun isn't for the gibbons, he said. It's for the leopards and the elephants. Really, I hope we see these leopards and these elephants. Shortly after our arrival, we saw a group of stump-tailed macaques on top of a tree. They told me that this group of 46 macaques is known as a rebel group. They broke away from a bigger group of macaques that is still over 250 strong even after the split. I clicked some pictures, but they were way too high and the light was poor for photography.
ये सब कुछ खाता है, स्नेक, अच्छा, फ्रॉग, सब कुछ खाता है, और ये पत्ते भी खाता है, सब खाता है, घास भी खाता है.
At this time, we heard haunting sounds of gibbons from deeper inside the jungle. I had never heard anything like this before. So we decided to leave our guide looking after the macaques, waiting for them to come down. Because if you don't watch them and see where they come down, it becomes very difficult to track them. So he stayed there, and the guard with his rifle took me into the forest to find these gibbons. We found a couple of gibbons, and judging by the nature of their calls, I wondered if they were preparing for war.
जीवन झगड़ा नहीं करता. ये दूसरा फैमिली देखने से भी ये कॉल मारता है. दूसरा फैमिली का एरिया में घुसने से ये कॉल करता है.
The gibbons were high up in the tree, but I clicked some record shots. A record shot is a picture clicked purely for the record, even though it has no artistic value. And then we started walking back to the main thoroughfare and found our guide still waiting under the tree. Only around noon, the macaques started to make their way down and wandered into the forest in search of food. We followed them, and we walked into the forest and found that those that had already come down were foraging on the lower branches and on the ground, unbelievably close. I could not understand how we could get so close to wild animals, but they seemed totally unperturbed about us being there, not bothered one little bit. Some youngsters, very young babies, came up and started grooming their mother, which I thought was fascinating to see that they learn so early to help each other. A really wonderful day to experience with these delightful creatures. They are so gentle and almost accepting the fact that we were just there, more or less ignoring us and getting on with their day of foraging and eating and scratching. I want to visit the Hollongapar Gibbon Sanctuary again and run into my old friends, and maybe this time I'll go with some Fujifilm camera gear.